And hello again, Rando fans. We are back with more action in the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 4. I'm Cool Papa Bell 2282, and alongside me tonight is Zethno. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to this race, actually.
Yeah, as everyone can see from our opening screens here, we are in casual boots mode. So our runners are going to start off with a sword and boots to get them through the escape sequence.
You know, one of the things I really like about this mode overall just is that it's a pretty easy start, and it allows for a lot of decision making without worrying about that sword or any other particular small advantage really early on.
Yeah, it definitely opens up some things, like it makes, sequence breaking the mountain easier right away, or maybe those dark rooms in Eastern, that kind of stuff.
Now, I will comment that there is still a potential for the game to be very rude in many ways with the rest of the items. But so if you're looking for something tricky for our runners, it is still possible.
I mean, when has Twitch chat ever rooted for the runners to suffer, though?
Yeah, well, I saw a race recently with 3 swords in GTs, so let's look. That was mean beyond belief, and that was in the all dungeons race. And we're off, though. So let's see what this first item is. It is... if that is an indication of how this scene is going to go, that is not a good start.
That 1 rupee could be important somehow.
Yes, but I very much doubt it. Oh, more rupees. Hey, at least 20 we might be able to do something with.
Alright, so at this rate, the next chest will have 400 rupees in it. I'm not sure that's possible, but...
Oh, the wrong way. I was going to be like, it's going to be 100, and then the chest after will be the 300. We're just going to keep going up, but we went down. Okay, any guesses on the next... Hey, chat, if you're watching this, let us know. What's the next chest? We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, normally we'd be talking about runners farming for bombs and that sort of thing, but of course with the boots, we can get to the chests in the back of Escape no matter what, so we will not see our runners do pretty much any farming here, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that's too important. It's really nice when you randomly find like 8 bombs or 10 bombs or something, but you're not going to go out of your way. We got arrows. Unfortunately, guesses were fire rod, small key, heart piece, boots. I guess a 20 green rupee and a single rupee. Because we will get a green rupee worth 20 rupees eventually when we find the boots. Or, yep, that should be right. Our runners are pretty close. Not a big difference in our escape here, so not too much to talk about exactly what they're doing. That was a nice kill on Screwball's side.
Yeah, I think that's mostly the NMG strat. You sort of poke and then release the spin right afterward. We can see both of these teams, 2Pearl2Furious and Team Go, are at 6 points right now. I believe Team Go took Game 1 this week, so Trinex looking to get some revenge for his team. But neither runner having any trouble with the ball and chain guard.
Okay, so that's the... I've learned something about routing, because that's must be the fastest way to get out of there with boots, and I did not know that.
I think it's pretty much a wash. I haven't timed it myself, but I think I heard that they're very similar to each other, so... compared to sort of backtracking the way you would without boots.
It's good to know, though. At least in that way, though, you're avoiding the guards, so you can't get any bad RNG or bad hits or anything along the way.
I'm just looking at Trinex's sprite, by the way, and I really hope that when you get armor, the Hokuboku gets more segments to its body, because you're getting stronger, but I assume that's probably not what happens.
That'd be kind of cool, but I guess we'll see.
Suddenly having a much taller sprite would probably mess you up in a lot of ways, though.
Yeah, I've got to say some of the glitching. And on a positive note, there aren't too many glitches in these modes that we allow in this particular mode of racing that get too affected by it. But when you start getting into things like major glitches and no logic, that is definitely going to mess you up in a bunch of ways.
And Trinex did pause for a second there to kill some of those snakes for a few bombs, so he's set up to do everything in Kakariko.
You know, that's a great thing to know, though. Like, just to get into Kek and know that you don't have to worry about the bombs. You can get all of these doors without a problem. Just a nice little safety. Ooh, Ice Rod. So, you know what? We did have somebody guess that there was going to be a Fire Rod in the first chest when we got down here. So, I feel like Ice Rod's pretty close. So, whoever that was, congrats on a pretty decent guess there. You found a rod. Oh, sword. So, I think Chad will be happy. We're most of the way to Aga access.
And there was a quick
Crystal
map
Eastern,
check.
Green, Hera, and Crystal Desert.
And of course, finding that early Ice Rod, we can assume we've got a Pendant Turtle Rock as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. We've only got 2 pendants in the dark. We've got 2 pendants in the dark world. One, of course, we find a mirror this early. Well, that helps with our runners routing.
Yeah, that's certainly going to make Death Mountain a little bit more appealing since we can get up to Hera, although with that green pendant there, not as appealing as it might be.
No, but, you know, if you don't have the bow, you don't have a way into desert, it's definitely something that can be done if needed. We do need access up the mountain. Oh, we're getting a check. Oh, that was a rod.
Yep.
Oh no, that's a fire rod. What are the odds that both Turtle Rock and Skull Woods are pendants?
Not very good at this point.
And there is always the potential that it's required for Ice Palace in the event that Bombos is locked somewhere like GT. I'm learning a lot of really small routing techniques. Like, these runners are doing the exact same thing, and they're showing off definitely the fastest way to be able to do a lot of these different rooms. We are getting a bit of divergence here, though. We have Shkupel going the south route, where I think Trinex is going to go the north route into Kakariko.
Yeah, and I think that's where those bombs that Trinex stopped to farm are making a difference. Because since he has bombs in hand right away, he can just go right into the well and blinds that. But
I'm sorry, just the fact that Race Game has bombs is great in this particular circumstance.
yeah, just sitting there and taunting Shkupel. Shkupel's probably thinking about just buying bombs from the vendor on the way north, so...
For sure, I'm kind of surprised we didn't at least get a check. Did I miss it, or did he just not check the 50-50s in Grove there?
Yeah, just skipped right over those 50-50 bomb drops, so was probably planning on just buying bombs all along here.
Could be. I feel like it's a pretty fast check to check them once. Checking them more than once definitely takes quite a bit of time. Trinex showing off that you can hooks or spin speed off the stairs of Blind's Hut.
I think I've literally never seen that before. I've seen it coming out of Thieves Town, but not Blind's Hut. And there's a Moon Pearl and Blue Mail. Wow.
I will agree that I had no idea you could do that. But yeah, there's Moon Pearl. That's definitely an important one.
And a casual tempered sword in the back of the tavern, so runners are pretty loaded here.
Boom mail, tempered sword. We have the boots we started with. We have a mirror. This is definitely pretty comfortable. It would be a lot more comfortable if we had more than 3 hearts, but that's about it. Unfortunate thing is that it looks like coming out of Kakariko, we're not going to have a lot of money, so Zora's not going to be high on a priority list for anybody here.
Yeah, there's also an interesting choice opening up now that we have that Moon Pearl. If either of these runners is particularly comfortable with Dark Aga, that might be a choice to make to grab that Fire Rod, because, you know, who knows how deep the lamp might be in this seed. I'm not sure I would be super inclined to do that right away, but it might be something the runners are thinking about.
I agree with you that it's not something I like doing. It's possible. It's definitely a play if you think that you might be the player less likely to win. If you want to try to make a play that, you know, you think you're the disadvantaged runner, so you got to do something that's going to differentiate you. That could be a huge play if it pans out, but it is definitely quite risky and brings everything out of logic.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said before, it's a little bit risky just because we're not 100% sure that that Fire Rod is guaranteed to finish, or is required to finish the seed. Now, it probably is, but
There's a very oh, look, a glove. There's a very good likelihood that, oh wow, and okay, well, we're gonna see Eastern sooner than later. But there's a very strong likelihood that Fire Rod is required. That was a mini Moldrum cave that was very helpful. Our runners are pretty much neck and neck here. When you think about it, they've checked the exact same locations. They're both heading over to Ice Rod Cave. It'll
yep.
be interesting to see if anyone tries to, you know, fake flipper, water walk, do something out of here. We can't. We can do Waterfall Cave, but not Zora, right?
Yeah, and I think, I mean, the Water Walk is pretty standard in boot start seeds, just because it's so quick to check a couple of these water checks. And typically what they're going to do is go up to Waterfall Cave, look at what's on the Zora ledge, and then come back down and water walk back to Hobo. But if Trinex is scouting out the island right now, maybe that is not what our runners are going to opt for. We'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely one way, especially when you don't have the rupees. The nice thing is that if you can store the water walk, you can also check Hobo into the Waterfall Cave and Zora, but these runners are unable to do that because they don't have the money for Zora anyway.
Yeah, and of course with that bow that we found in Mini Moldorm, a splash delete would be possible, but just a heart piece.
Yeah, but hold on here. Scruple not even checking the Zora ledge. It wasn't important, but I wonder if that's going to play on his mind moving forward.
Yeah, I've definitely seen people do this from time to time. One of the things I think that might be contributing to this is having the mirror in hand already. Means when we get into the Dark World, if we head to Catfish, we can just go right into the Zora area from there. So maybe Shkupo's thinking that he'll be back there soon.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, especially without the flippers, so that item is out of logic whether or not they get it. So it may not... There's a less likely that it's something important that they need right at this moment. Yeah, we got a little bit of some comments in chat here. Interesting idea here. Do the Dark Aga into with a mirror doing Pod and Eastern together. That would definitely be a way to do this, but you'd definitely have to be very comfortable with Dark Aga.
Yeah, because it's not just doing the Dark Aga, it's also how much time are you losing by doing that out of logic before you find the lamp, and is getting the fire rod early going to save you that much time?
I mean, it's a little bit of also the time of walking all the way to Eastern and Pod, because you could do them relatively together. The only thing is that you don't have Hammer to finish it. It would be a lot of checks in a very short time, but as you say, Dark Aga can waste so much time that oh, look, a hammer.
Hey.
So, you know, if we had done that and someone was really comfortable with Dark Aga, this definitely could have been a way to finish both Eastern and Pod very quickly. But we have Dark World access. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, again, opens up some interesting options, right? Getting Dark World access while you're in Eastern means that you could just exit out of Eastern Palace and go right into the Dark World right here at the Flute 5 spot, and then go right back into Pod afterwards. Again, a little bit risky when you don't know whether that's going to be a crystal or a pendant. But also, Mirror and Hammer does open up the east side of Death Mountain, but that's not super appealing since that is definitely the long way around to get over to Paradox Cave.
Yeah. Definitely something the runners can probably keep in mind. It does not help that, as you mentioned earlier, Hera's just a pendant.
Yeah, so all told, I would expect we'll see a little bit more traditional Dark World opening, either Hype Cave or from the Village of Outcast area. Some more fun spin speed tech from both of our runners.
Showing off a little bit of the Darkroom knowledge. This is likely the easiest Darkroom in the game, but still, a little bit of knowledge there. Oh, bottle with a fairy. Always nice.
Yeah, Darkness is probably another argument against going straight into Pod. I'm sure both of these runners can do Dark Turtles, but that's one of the trickier Dark Rooms in the game, by contrast to Eastern Palace here.
I just have to say, Scrupple's on half a heart. This is not a nice room to be in with half a heart. Okay. I don't like being in there in the dark with half a heart. It is very, very easy to accidentally walk into an Igor.
Yeah, I gotta practice this room more, because I can usually get the first Igor, but then the second one I have no idea where it is, and he causes me some problems trying to make it to the exit.
100%. It is very easy to take 1 to 2 hearts of damage accidentally, just by being attacked by things. Ooh! Scrupple accidentally triggering the Igor incorrectly there. Misses a hit, and that was a weird hit, but... Good setup there. Trinix getting the better setup there with the Igors. Both runners getting a quick kill setup. Pretty good. Nice quick kill there.
And yeah, our runners are pretty much in lockstep here, finishing off what they're going to do in the Light World, and we'll see a save and quit from Scruple. And headed to Sanctuary, so probably over to Village of Outcasts.
Save and quit into a save and quit. That's an interesting strat. Changing his mind.
All right, so it looks like we're going to go hype first. That leaves the option of going straight back to pod still open to us, but runners aren't really committing to it until they see a Dark World map check.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense without... Oh, here it is. Pendant, Mire, and Pod, Red, Crystals, and Swamp, and Skullwoods.
All right, well, no surprise that that Fire Rod actually is required.
Yeah, that would have been pretty lucky, seeing pendants on both Turtle Rock and Skullwoods. Oh, mids! That definitely makes this a even better start than they knew when they started it.
Yeah, this feels real good. Having Mirror and then doing Dark World South to North feels great.
100%. The big problem when you don't get the mids is you hit this rock after digging game and really can't go any farther. But our runners can go straight into Village of Outcasts.
I guess the only thing that this creates problems for is turning in the purple chest, because we're gonna just take the smith straight up into the village, but putting purple chest anywhere in the route at this point is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Now, I just wanted to comment there. Shkupal actually went and grabbed the 50 rupees in Cave 45 because that brought him over 500, which can help with the Zora check. That said, we're about to spend some money on digging game and chest game, so he'll still be under the 500 mark. But we'll see how much money we get from digging game. Sometimes you get more money out of digging game than you put into it. Not today.
Yep, both of our runners noping out on that heart piece.
You know, I think Shkupal was the one that was just a few seconds ahead, but that double save and quit has pretty much put him in lockstep here. Oh, and Divergence. The second I say that, our runners decide to diverge. But Trinix doing what you mentioned, actually, the bringing the smith up directly.
And there's the flute there in the brewery. So that'll be a quick activation right now.
Oh yeah, long trip right there.
So I wonder what Shkupal's thinking with skipping the smith there. Might be planning on sort of do Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts and then wrap up with Smith Chain into Purple Chest so as to not isolate that one last check. That Purple Chest check also gets a lot faster now that we have that flute activated, so...
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree that that works out a lot better with a flute, but it's interesting because he didn't know that at the time that he skipped it.
So yeah, might have been...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, might have been planning on skipping the Smith Chain all along, because given that you know you're going to have to, at some point, go get that Fire Rod off of Lumberjack and then come back, right? Maybe he was thinking, well, I'll do Smith Chain then if I have to, but not committing to it yet? Maybe something along those lines.
Definitely could be. And we got our first look at Thieves Town here. It is a crystal. Oh, wow. Well, that's not an important item at all.
Yeah, certainly no one's ever been burned by having to track down a hookshot.
Oh, no, definitely not an important item.
Definitely not me.
Especially when Swamp is a crystal.
Yes.
Red crystal.
I was going to say, definitely not me a week ago in one of those SG Live seeds.
Oh, our chat is talking about, you know, Smith's Chain's just bad in the first place, so maybe Shkupal just didn't want to do it at all. Was it? Wait, Shkupal skipped it? I'm blanking on which.
Yes,
runner
yeah,
it was,
Scoople.
okay.
Scoople skipped it, which is a hard thing to say.
But just some runners really seem to not like that particular check. It is long. It is a very slow check.
Yeah, and that is something to keep in mind. I mean, like, you know, if you don't want to do Graveyard Ledge, no one can make you. You might not be able to finish the seed without it, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
I mean, that's definitely one of those checks that a lot of runners just leave to the end and say, if it's in there, I lost. On the other hand, so many other runners do that if it's in there, you might not have lost.
And I mean, something has to be your last location, right? So.
Yep. I mean, there's a number of very common last locations. Graveyard Ledge is one. Catfish can be one, too. You can see a little bit of actually that, you know, talking about skipping the Smith's chain because it takes so long, you can see the difference, actually, if you look at Trinix and Scrupo's screens, because they were heading into Village of Outcast at almost the exact same time.
I just have to shout out whoever made this Hokuboku sprite. Did you see the bunny form for the Hokuboku?
I looked away for a second. What was it?
It's just a straight up Super Mario World Pokey. Oh, that's very good.
Well done. Yep. I think we're on the version that will credit the sprite authors at the end, right? So we should see it in the credits at the end. Ooh, powder. Okay. Nice to have powder while we're in Village. Oh, wow. Those berries were not nice to Scruple at all.
Scruple feeling vindicated for having not gone over to do the Smiths yet, since he's picked up powder in the meantime.
Yeah, no, that definitely feels good. Having to go back over there after is nice. Scripted blind fight. We'll see how it goes. Looking good so far. Very good fight there from Scruple. But yeah, just for any... I see a lot of seasoned runners and viewers in the chat, but for anyone that doesn't, blind reacts to exactly what you do. So if you do the exact same thing every single time, so will blind. So you can actually just get the exact fight you expect and not get hit.
And yeah, Scruple, it feels more and more like Scruple was planning on doing this all along and just ending this trip with the Smith chain. But that feels even better now that we've got so much stuff to do up on Death Mountain that he's probably not interested in committing to a double dip of Skull Woods or any of the slow North Dark World stuff at the moment.
For sure. Especially knowing Skullwood's is going to require that Fire Rod, and we actually know where it is. And yep, another really good fight from Trinix. This is part of the Invitational League, so that's definitely not a surprise to see our runners do this, but very well done on both runners with that boss.
Or was that spin speed off the Thieves Town stairs as well?
Our runners just want to show us everywhere you can get spin speed.
We'll check the race time if there was an agreement that you have to spin speed on every screen that you can.
You know, I know they didn't have that agreement, but it super feels like it. Yeah, some comments in chat. You have to look fast like you're running a race too. Yeah. Both runners fluting off with that purple chest. You know that the difference between our two runners isn't that. Did Trinex never check this? Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't notice that before, but that is becoming a lot more common. People who just go straight to Mini Moldorm Cave and then east, and then will do Dam to Agahnim at some point.
Our chat is having a lot of fun with talking about the reasons that everybody wants to look like they're moving fast. So there is a question as to wait, was that a question or a comment? There is the boots 20. Did we get a green 20?
Yeah, that was outside the dam.
Then yes, that would be the boots. So that does confirm what I was saying earlier. The boots is a green 20 when you find it. That does change between slightly different variations of the randomizer.
Yeah, the seeds on the ladder when you do casual boots, there's actually still a boots item in the pool, so...
Yeah, some of them are all a little bit different, but in ours, I was pretty sure it is, because I found one myself, so I was pretty sure that was the boots, but... Runners, Shkupal has found red mail, but apart from that, we really haven't found much else of any importance. Red mail always being nice. Right up until the moment that you want a death warp in pod because you don't have mirror, but our runners have mirror. Going into Dark World here, good choice on Shkupal's side. Hey, look! More spin speed. Hook speed.
And so we have a Bombos requirement to get into Turtle Rock.
I would say that's unfriendly, but we don't have a single medallion, so does it really matter?
Also, if you believe in the rule of fire, since we know where Fire Rod is, that means Bombos is just an Ice Palace. We'll see if that works out.
Hey, look! Gold sword. We found our last sword. I'm pretty sure that Trinex is going to find that sword as well.
Yeah, the Hookshot Cave skip would be a bold move at this point.
Based on where he is right. Oh, look, flippers. So there's the interesting thing. Will Shkupal now go up to Zora at some point? Because he has 2 items available there. But as you mentioned, he might just try to do that with Catfish.
Yeah, especially since Swamp Palace is full clearable now with those flippers. That might be pretty tempting to do Swamp and then transition that into Pyramid Catfish.
Yeah, and use Zora along the way. Definitely could be a potential. Now, our chat's talking about Go mode here, so might be a good opportunity to talk about it. So we need Bombos and we need King of Samaria, but that's actually all we need.
And of course, logically, we need lamp, but
Yeah.
you know, logical go mode and actual go mode are quite different things.
Yeah, that turtle room is much nicer with a lamp or at least a medallion. We don't have to do Myers, so that at least isn't really a worry.
And we might not have to do pod for that matter, since that's also a pendant.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. So we could just get the Turtle Rock dark rooms are really not that bad. Most of it's just the platforming, and as long as you know which direction to hold, you're okay. You mentioned the swamp play, and looks like we're getting the swamp play. Good call on that.
It's a full clearable crystal, right? Which is always good. And it seems to be, you know, we got new stuff that got us over to East Death Mountain, which got us flippers. So following these flippers doesn't seem like a bad idea right now. But looks like Trinex is going to dip into Hera a little bit and maybe think about Spike Cave also.
Definitely a check that's pretty easy to make while you're here. It could definitely be a big difference for our runners at this point, because this is the first major divergence that we've seen between them. So far, it is not panning out for Trinex. Trinex deciding not to go up. Looked like he was thinking about it, and then decided not to Herapod.
Yeah, that was a pretty unfriendly layout there with the big key in the basement. I do not blame Trinex for not wanting to make that play just yet.
Fortunately, the heart there in Spike Cave not going to help much. I think this is going to be a left side swamp check on Shkupal's side. Yep. Let's see the bomb diver down. Oh! I'm blanking on the name of the skeletons right at this moment, but that was mean.
Stalfo. Yeah.
That was a mean Stalfos. Right there. Got right in the way for that at the last minute.
Yeah, normally it's the fire snake that comes over to bother you while you're setting that up, but Stalfos is a new one.
Yeah, it's definitely a new one. Randomizer also tends to throw a lovely number of enemies at your face right there. But if you want more Randomizer, you gotta wait till the last week of the league. The last week of the league will be Randomizer, so keep an eye out for that one.
And we find the big key over there on the left side. That's a nice payoff.
Ooh, we found a medallion. And you know what? If we do need to do pod basement somehow, that's going to be really helpful.
Yeah, I also like really finding the big key over here because doing left side first gets sort of annoying if you find the big key in the back of Swamp and then you have to come back in just for the big chest, but...
Oh yeah, that waterfall cave big key?
Yeah, feels bad, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. More rubies. So our runners are seriously rich at this point. Zora's not going to be a problem if we need to do it. Gonna see an extra bomb diver down here in the back. And a land. So we can stop discussing Dark Aga.
Yeah, and now I think this is definitely going to be our runners heading straight up to Pyramid after this. You just mirror to Aga, finish it off, and then keep doing whatever checks you want to do in the area.
Actually, you know what? Screwball has 4 bottles. There's a big difference here.
This is a... Oh, Trinex showing off that hookshot clip there. That's mostly a swag trick, because it can get you in big trouble if you mess it up.
Just going with the 2 swings. Cold Sword pretty fast at killing Argus phase 2.
So I meant to ask before, I'm not sure I actually saw if both of our runners scouted out that fire rod on the lumberjack ledge.
I believe both did. I remember seeing the second check. So I think I do believe they both know that it's there. I think both just didn't want to do Dark Aga. Which is 100% fair. That is not a fun experience. We play this game to go fast and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, probably not doing Dark Aga is going fast, right? Because it will be significantly slower than this Butter Sword Aga with Lamp that they're going to do right now.
Oh, 100%. Especially without that Fire Rod. And that's the other one. There's a few rooms that Fire Rod would really help, but unfortunately we know Fire Rod is locked behind Aga. Oh. Scruple not having the best time with a few of these guards here. Throws a little bomb out, not happy about that particular circumstance. You know, this has really been a seed where both runners have done almost the same thing. I think the only divergence so far has been that Tower of Hera play.
Yeah, and it seems like Scruple was in the mindset of being so close to go mode, relatively speaking, for as early as we were in the seed, that he decided to just sort of power ahead to Crystal Dungeons and hope that everything showed up. And so far, we are continuing to find breadcrumbs along the path.
I mean, that's definitely paid off so far. Unfortunately for Trinex, those 2 checks in Tower of Hera did not help at all. And yeah, Trinex following into the Aga play. I mean, this makes a lot of sense. You need that Fire Rod. You know you need the Fire Rod. You found Lamp. You may as well get it. Ooh! I think Scruple missed the hook speed there.
I think we should just never let him hear the end of that one hook speed that he missed once.
Yeah, it's not like they've been getting both runners have been getting a whole bunch that a lot of people don't even know exist. But he missed one. I'm gonna get the Aga fight. Interesting to take a vertical swing at Aga. Properly displacing a little bit from the exact vertical to make sure he doesn't get hit by... Wow, that is a lot of blue balls, Aga. Stop that.
Hey, the 15 dream, still alive.
Like, we didn't ask. We didn't ask chat to guess. Sometimes we do, but I feel like most people would have been too low. Like, this is a lot of blue balls. Is that 5?
Yep, we're at the max so far.
Oh boy, 6! Oh my, we are max blue balls. Okay. How many people normally guess more than 6? Or 6 or more?
Yeah, I would never wish that on a runner.
No.
But if it's gonna happen, I'm glad I'm here to see it.
7! What is this? Okay. Why? 8. What is? I'm sorry, but what is this? 9. We should have asked. We should have asked chat because nobody would have gotten this right.
All right, we're down to only a 1 in 64 chance of the 15 blue balls from here.
Oh, there's one.
Oh.
Okay, we didn't get a blue ball there. That's the first potential. Okay, we're done. 9. Wow. 9. I think that's the most I've actually seen in a race.
Yeah, feels like it. I feel like at that point, even as the runner, you're like, man, we might as well just go all the way to 15 and I'll get a good story out of this.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Especially knowing that it's a required Aga and your opponent's going to do it anyway. It feels way worse if you're taking it as a gamble.
Yeah, and another nice little pathing choice there from Scoople, taking this route up to the lumberjack tree.
With bombs with bees, sorry, included.
That Aga fight was so long, Trinex basically did the whole climb during Scoople's Aga fight.
That's, you're right. I think that is a long fight, though, with 9 blue balls.
So Scoople cleaning up that sick kid check and is going to head straight up to Skull Woods. Again, obeying the always be clearing dungeons.
Yeah, definitely just clearing those crystal dungeons is definitely important. With the fire rod, this is another clearable dungeon. May as well do it while we try to figure out where we go next. It would have been really nice to have a Canis Maria right in that moment, though, with Scoople.
And we'll see if Trinex wants to do some of these North Dark World checks as well, or if he's just going to mirror straight to Lumberjack and come back to Skull Woods. Yeah, headed over to Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, so being a little bit more thorough, but if one of these pays out and Scoople is more in the mode of skipping overworld checks, that could be really big.
For sure, but in the event that Scoople finds something in here that leads to something important, that could also be huge and a huge time save. Both runners taking a chance here.
Yeah, so often we talk about skipping checks as being a gamble, but doing checks is also a gamble, right? Because if go mode is just along the path of the crystal dungeons, this is time that Trinex is never going to get back. So
Yeah, the big thing is this something? Well, bombos.
yeah, I'd say that's something.
That's required. So this was a very good play on. Wow, that was fast on Scrubble's side. I barely noticed that he was in the fight, and it was over. Very
Yeah,
well done.
another very quick boss fight out of these runners.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say both these runners have had boss fights that have been incredible so far. But yeah, we're looking for Cane of Samaria as our go mode item. So I will take this chance to ask chat, where do you think our go mode item is? Where is this Cane of Samaria? Give us some thoughts. I'm sorry, the first comment is Hera Basement. Chat's being mean.
I can't say I'm surprised by that. Well, actually, I'm a little surprised that the first suggestion wasn't PED, but not actually possible since we would need the cane to finish Misery Mire.
Yeah. I'm just, the fact that was the first guess was great. Like, that is a place of runners that if you're ever in the Hera area, you're like, I'm just gonna leave that. That takes way too long to be worth it. And it's right, what, once out of every 200 seeds? 200 plus seeds? I'll just take the gamble. And, odds are your opponent's gonna take the same gamble you did, so.
Yeah, in a 1v1 race, sometimes you can bank on one person sort of thinking the same way you do. If you're in a 50-person daily or something, then you think, well, somebody's going to find it if it's there, and maybe that changes your thinking. But anyway,
you bring that up. That just reminds me of the main tournament qualifier that had the hammer in the front of Swamp in one of those first chests in that bombable wall.
Yeah, that's always fun times.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't see something that ridiculous here, but we are looking for this cane.
And good news for Team Go fans, Scruple is headed straight over to these other North Dark World checks while in the area. And found the wrong color cane in the Skullwoods big chest, and then the wrong red item there in Graveyard Ledge.
I am taking a second just to take a look through chat here. We have some guesses to Desert Palace for that cane, Pendant Pod, 2 people, Ice Palace, Ice Tea Chest, Ice Big. Multiple people thinking it's in Mire. Just a vanilla or mostly vanilla cane of Samaria. That would be pretty rude to put it in Mire of all things, especially considering it's a pendant.
Yeah, maybe just hard vanilla red cane there in that Mire big chest. Why not?
Oh, as a runner, like you're not checking that for a long while.
Yeah, and so it looks like Scruple is going to do the big red bomb right off the bat. Again, this gets a little bit faster once Aga is down. So that certainly contributes to this. And he might still be thinking about that Zora ledge that he never went back to check.
Yeah, this would actually be a really good time to do it. Do this, do Catfish into Zora to make sure it's not there. I'm kind of surprised that we're doing this before Ice Palace. I guess as much as you want Cane of Samaria to do Ice Palace, I'm kind of surprised we're doing this before Ice.
Yeah, I guess part of it is just that without Cane of Samaria, checking everything in Ice just can feel like agonizingly slow, right? If you had Cane and you were looking for something else, right, then it would be like, well, checking all the chests in Ice Palace with Icebreaker is pretty fast, but without Cane, it can be very painful. But looks like we are not interested in pyramid catfish.
I can't even tell what that item was on Desert Ledge. Is that an arrow? Maybe not. Oh. Shovel? I actually don't know what that item was.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't see what it was either, but
chat is agreeing on shovel, so would you like a oh wow! It is. Well, for all the people that thought it was going to be in the vanilla dungeon, that's about as close as you're going to get. We found Samaria. That is go mode for Shkupel at 54 minutes.
yeah, that is a pretty quick go mode, and probably Trinex is going to be there fairly soon also. There we go, confirmation that is a shovel.
It is a shovel, yes. These runners really have been doing a really good job of showing off some of the speed strats, little quick ways of getting around this. So if you do have a chance, do give them a follow. I do think our command is currently not working, so their Twitch streams, I believe, are similar to their screen names here. So just give them a follow when you can.
Yeah, and we're going to see a nice execution race for the rest of the seed because our runners are very neck and neck. Scruple's got about a minute advantage, just as long as it's going to take Trinex to go over and get the big key off of the right side of Desert here.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It was 55-17, so we're going to see when Trinex gets through that first doorway in the first room there. We are being informed that Trinex does have an underscore in his Twitch name, so if you're gonna go looking for it, there is an underscore. Don't forget that one. There's the big key. Okay, so yeah, it's probably gonna be it's less than a minute difference, I think. Now that we're seeing this, it's 55-17 to 55 or 56-10. 56-9.
Yeah, so just under a minute. Very quick fire rod fight there on Lanmo. Half magic, just keeping us topped off for those shots.
Yeah, definitely. These runners definitely showing off some of the speed strats in these rooms, knowing exactly which torches you can kind of bounce off of to make sure you end up with your dash in the right place to open doors, being in the exact right place for every movement. And here's another boss fight. We're going to see the next room here on Shkupel's side.
Yeah, not surprised to see Shkupel not taking any extra checks here. Because this has been a pretty friendly seed overall, so even if he's feeling good about, hitting go mode under 55 minutes, he knows Trinex is hot on his heels, so I don't think we're going to see runners doing anything that they don't have to from here on out.
Oh, for sure. With gold sword, like the only thing you might want is silvers, but it's not worth going out of your way for it.
So that icebreaker on Shkoople's side. Technically a door state extension. The game does movement weird indoors, and so if you can make it think you're in a door when you're not, then you can make the game do weird things.
Yeah, definitely a good way to get through this particular dungeon. And here's the boss on Shkoople's side. We have half magic, so there's no worry about magic requirements or anything else. Oh, nice. Good. Quick kill on Shkoople's side without even a single fire run shot.
Yeah, I believe there was a middle of that. Oh, and Trinex showing off that staircase clip also. We're getting all kinds of fun tech.
What was that? These runners are showing off some tech I'm not sure I've seen very often.
Yeah, I do not know that one myself, but yeah, just having to do with releasing the spin at just the right time, and then you clip through the side of that staircase so you don't have to find the right way to get into it from the top.
Yeah, Trinex has been showing off a lot of that kind of stuff the whole time. Shkoople definitely is showing off a lot of speed tech as well. But Trinex is showing off some of the really weird ones today that you don't normally see. Another very good kill. Both runners have had excellent boss kills all game.
Yeah, and I didn't see when Shkoople grabbed the crystal, so we'll take another time check when they get into Turtle Rock.
Well, there was about a 1 hour 34 second, I think, was entering the cave there. If they both go up the same way, which they probably will, we should be able to check that.
Yeah, Shkoople did get dead rocked on the way up, which 10 seconds here or there could wind up being a big difference in this race.
Yeah, this is definitely a close race. You know, we talk about these close races that we got to talk. Oh, what did I say? I said 1
hour and 34 seconds, I think.
34. So this was like 4. I think it's closer. It's like 40 seconds now. We're getting closer. Like this is a close race, everybody, all our viewers. Like you gotta, if you wanna watch the end of a close race, this is a good place to be.
Yeah, and GT routing is going to make a big difference here in a second. We're probably not going to see a ton of difference between Turtle Rock because there aren't many choices of how you route it, but GT will be interesting.
Yeah, we're 40 seconds apart in our last crystal dungeon. This is pretty close. We've got some sync here that we don't normally see at the end of races very often, but man, this is close. They're in the same room. Going different directions, but they're in the same room.
And there's our big key, so we're going to see them skip the lava chest.
There's the mirror. There's the very good double Samaria in Chain Chomp Room on Shkoople's side.
Yeah, and use the iframes from the blocks coming up to avoid any damage from the chomps.
This is close.
I feel like we should give a warning here. If there are any small children watching, I don't think they need to see this pokey-on-pokey violence that's about to happen.
I think they're even closer. I think I was just looking at a timer there. I think they're closer than they were before. They're probably under 40 seconds apart now. I think Trinix has caught up a little bit. This is close. You know, we talk about race sync coming up to the end of a race. This is pretty dang close.
Ooh, Scoople getting the clean RNG there from the Pokies coming right toward him.
Oh, yeah. This is...
Well, got the fast strat through the crystal roller room there.
Sorry, I just saw the bunny sprite that you were talking about earlier. Yeah, that is a great bunny sprite. Wow, this is a close race.
Yeah, this is crazy. So, Trinix having a little bit of trouble in this Hokoboku room.
Gonna lose a few seconds there.
And a really generous key layout here, too. Runners will not have to go to Laser Bridge at all.
I think Trinix has fallen a little bit more behind, actually.
Yeah, there was a really subtle thing there. Trinix did not hit the switch in the room with the Poke Key on the way out. And so he was not set up to do any sort of fast strat in that crystal roller room. He had to hit the switch an extra time, which does cost a couple of seconds again,
Yeah.
which is...
Sorry. Yeah, you're right, though, and he's about 55 seconds behind. He's lost about 15 seconds, just a few things. You know, that quick Poke Kill, the quick, as you mentioned, the roller room there. Falling into the pit here.
Crystal grab at 105.42 for Scoople.
42, that's good to know. We already have a game going on here in chat, so let us know where you think the GT Big Key is. There are 22 checks that can be in. Give us the number. The bot's not up, so just give us numbers.
And give us that number real fast, because we're almost there.
Yeah, but I mean, Scoople just had a pretty dang insane Turtle Rock. Like, that was fast.
And Trinix just missing the kill on that ice head.
What number did you say? Did you say 34?
Yes. Well, yeah, 105.34. No, 42. 105.42, I think. But yeah, Scoople is just a bit over a minute ahead coming out of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I feel like Trinix was catching up time constantly right up until Turtle Rock, and Scoople, I don't know what happened there, but that Turtle Rock was clean.
Yeah, it's always fun to see runners just like kick it up another gear when they get into go mode at the end of the race.
Yeah, I don't know. Scroople's go mode here has been very, very well. I mean, Trinix is doing very well. There have been a few little tiny blips, and we're talking about losing maybe 10, 15 seconds. In general, that's not a big thing, but when you're in this close of a race... Well, here's the thing, though. We have GT routing. So Scoople has gone Dark Magician, so that's 6 items we've already seen. No, 7 items we've already seen. If Trinix just goes flat out left, and it's not in Compass Room, Trinix may have an advantage here. Going left.
Yeah, although I think if you were going to route full left, you would probably still do Hope Room first, so I think we'll probably see Dark Magicians out of Trinix as well.
It's 10, 11. Okay, we don't have anything there.
And Scoople not going ahead and grabbing that small key one room later, but we found a gazillion small keys in the first couple of rooms of this dungeon, so not too worried about running out of smalls.
If you were a fan of 2Pearl2Furious, this is not what you wanted to see. It's what we expected to see, but it's not what you wanted to see.
Yeah, so it feels like this means Scooper will definitely be a little ahead getting into the climb, wherever this big key winds up being.
A little bit. It's all going to be about that gauntlet. Oh, chat's already talking about tile room. Of course they are. That's 13. Still nothing. Scooper dropped the bomb there. Not very happy with this layout. There's another bomb there. Not happy with this layout.
Dropping extra bombs is something you'll do in NMG, but not really a necessity anymore with Quick Swap. But it saves you like a couple of frames on a menu in the Ganon fight or something ridiculous like that.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I believe that is 17 items.
That sounds right, and no big key as of yet.
Yeah, that'll be right. So here's the thing. If you were guessing what chest it was going to be in, and you realized that Aga was 9 blue balls deep, you probably should have guessed a large number.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would have been a rare seed where the answer to the Aga 1 guessing game is higher than the GT guessing game.
Yeah, right. So we are at 18 items. So there are 3 items behind this door, or we are going to tile room that chat really wants to see. 19, 20, 21. It is in tile room. It is a 9 blue ball tile room race. Game. The only thing that chat would have liked better than this was if PED was actually required.
Oh, that's amazing.
Man. I kind of get it, though. You know, we had 9 blue balls. Guessing tile room wasn't outrageous.
I guess the seed decided it was going to be nice with the items and rude everywhere else, so...
I mean, yeah, the runners are still going to get a really nice time out of this race. This is not a bad seed in any way.
That was really unlucky from Trinex, though. Accidentally picked up both of these skulls, and so didn't have one to bonk off of.
Ooh.
So had to leave the room to reset it.
That's what we're talking about. Those, like, tiny little differences between our runners here are going to make a difference because they're less than a minute apart.
And both our runners nailing that ice armor strat really well.
Yeah, Trinex about to get the bad news. Scrupel is just dropping those bombs. Just not happy with this seed. So, this is interesting. Scrupel powdered the anti-fairy. There's the powder. Trinex probably just waiting to take a little bit of damage to make sure he could get his full health back. Scrupel getting through this gauntlet.
Yeah, and I think both of our runners still have that fairy in a bottle from wherever that was that showed up.
Yeah,
Eastern Palace, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea where that was either. That fire rod looked like it didn't count. Maybe it did. Okay, it did. It just didn't show up very well.
I think that's saying something when that 2-cycle Landmo fight was Shkoople's worst boss fight today.
Yeah, right? The boss fights from both these runners have been pretty insane. Look, right there, we lost a few seconds. It's just those tiny few little things have made the difference. These runners have had almost the same route. You know, when you think about it, the difference is that Tower of Hera play.
Yeah, it really was just that extra time that Trinex came back over to West Dark Mountain and Shkoople just left right away for Swamp Palace.
But, you know, if something had been in Tower of Hera, that would have totally flipped this by, like, a huge amount. Yeah. Shkoople remembering to grab a key, being short keys here.
And Shkoople is going for it, remembering that fairy in his inventory. Not even going to stop to refill off the anti-fairies in the pre-Moldorm room.
Nah, you got a fairy, you've got half magic. What are you gonna want? Same thing here with Trinex not grabbing the small magic, not grabbing the full heart, or the full heart, the heart refill. One heart. And here's Aga too.
That was pretty good to get a double out of that pattern. Oh, that was really nice. Getting even that one right there from Shkoople.
I don't know how many that one counted right there. Those were too close. Counted for 2, I think. Nice torches there on Trinax's side. Trinax grabbing an extra key. By chance, opening up that one extra chest, got a key. You know, if that had been Silver's right there, that could have made such a big difference.
Yeah, that would have closed the gap in a big hurry, but Shkoople dropping into the Ganon fight. And there's phase 1 done.
Yeah, this is pretty fast with the gold sword.
And
I
our
think
Silver's...
Trinex got a 2-hit there on the second round.
I was going to say Ganon telling us that our Silvers today were in that pendant pod.
No, we never went in there. There is always something in pendant pod, though. So the saying goes, at least.
But Shkoople got that torch glitch with no problem and is getting into the rhythm of this Silverless Ganon, so...
We do not have torch glitch, but...
I think Shkoople just got a slash hit in there. That is a 1-frame hitbox.
Second, I thought we didn't get it, but we must have. I must have missed it. But, my bad.
But there we go. Shkoople finishes off the Ganon fight just as Trinex drops in.
Get your GG's in chat for a finish from Shkoopel. Shkoopel does finish with an official time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 34 seconds. Oh, we have the fairy. We're okay. Don't worry. Hey, look, it's a key. The sprite. You were talking about the sprite earlier. Look, a key.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm curious. I gotta give, all of the various sprite creators, everybody who's put a time and effort into this game to give us creative sprites and things to look at. It's appreciated to everyone, but I'm curious about this particular sprite creator. Frames for the non-spin silverless. I actually don't know that. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I thought it was just one frame, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure.
I think that the frame is extremely close. I know that. The big thing is that the spin takes up so many frames that it feels like it's not as big of a hit. The hitbox or the hit time, I think, is about the same, but the fact that the spin takes so long makes it feel like there's a lot more buffer room.
Yeah, as long as the spin is happening during the frames that Ganon is vulnerable, you're fine. But at any rate, Trinex finishing off his Ganon fight there.
Yeah, get your GGs. Again, assuming Trinex crosses this extremely dangerous bridge. And we're good. Trinex does finish with 1 hour, 20 minutes, 26 seconds. Just under 2 minute difference between our runners. Get your GGs in chat.
And we do have Shkoopel waiting to join us to talk about this race. We'll see if Trinex wants to join chat as well.
And welcome to Shkoopel and Trinex. Or Shkoopel and Trinex will be joining us in a moment.
Yo, GG.
And Trinex is with us too. GG. That was a close race to both of you. Any initial thoughts?
We were talking about it a little bit in the post race and Discord and stuff, and it seems to be like a trade of Pyramid Fairy versus the left of the mountain. Is the main differences. Other than that, it seems to be like routing, maybe.
Yeah, the routing was so similar for the most part. I mean, like you were both finishing up Eastern Palace and going, like 30 seconds apart at most. Yeah, you were running really in parallel for most of that seed.
But yeah, I don't know, it was fun. I mean, you're always feeling pretty good about being in GT when we were. But with how quick the seed could have been, it was a little scary for me when I was there.
Yeah, after a certain point, I think it was halfway through, I had to just take the timer and just hide it off my screen just to make sure I didn't see Shkoopel completely just god route it. But yeah, it's I felt pretty good about how things went. A couple of random useless checks like Harrow, but other than that, I really can't complain about the seed too much. Other than we both had awful GTs, and so that's fine.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think either one of us are proud of that.
Overall, you were both doing almost exactly the same checks all the way through. We were talking about that there was some pretty insane sync throughout. Yeah, there was that small difference, the Hera check and Pyramid Fairy. Going into Turtle Rock Trinex, you started catching up to Shkoopel, who was about 40 seconds ahead. And then Shkoopel, you had some insane ending to Turtle Rock, where you picked up an extra 15-20 seconds. You had a very clean second half of TR.
Yeah,
I think I lost that on Trinex itself. Went to go fire rod the ice head, and it just didn't freeze, and so I got caught in a 2-cycle.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't good. Shkoopel, though, had a very fast Crystal Roller Room and got the quick kill on the double pokies to get through that room.
Get the god pokies.
So,
wait, you didn't? Is that not seeded? The Pokey RNG?
No, I think Pokey RNG is still RNG as far as I know. So
yeah, both of mine went down left. So
Yeah.
I got God RNG.
Trinexes ran away, and Shkoopa got the very quick double kill. So there was definitely a difference there.
That RNG is insane. It never happens when I'm doing a speed run, just in rando. But yeah, I don't know. This felt really good.
How did
the seed glued together like is about as well as you can ask for. Like I don't know, you get a bow into your Dark World access. You get mitts at a hype cave. And you just go up to the village.
Like everything was clearable. You got a free, mirror of the powder right there as well.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you both felt about finding that fire rod information really early.
I have a Discord I use for myself that I have hidden things a long time ago for like information for myself. One of which is an image for dark rooms. I had to immediately find that just to make sure I wasn't. Because fire rod on lumberjack is a trigger point for me. I've had previous things where I failed the dark rooms in Ago from that, so I was really happy to find that lamp.
I was pretty prepared to do Dark Aga if it was necessary, but I wasn't gonna rush it without like we still had good plays the entire seed, so going to get the fire rod seemed like kind of attractive, but not really.
Yeah,
I was
just gonna say that lamp and swamp was another thing that just flowed so nicely right into then that Aga trip. So
right.
Oh yeah, you both the moment you found the lamp and finished that dungeon, you both went, "Oh, well, I can do Aga now."
Yeah, I mean that's just what you got to do in that situation, right? But
yeah, I'm opening that like it gave you 2 free crystals. So.
Oh, did you do ice without Kane?
Oh no, I had Kane. I didn't have Bombos till late though. I didn't get Bombos till just before Fire Rod.
Okay, yeah. So I got Bombos and then I got the Kane like right after Pyramid Fairy. Like that was the only thing I did before that.
yeah, Trinex, you had Bombos first, but Scoople just did it after Skull Woods instead of before. So it was another one of those, just toss ups.
Yeah, Skull Woods was gross. I was pretty annoyed there was nothing in the back.
I was happy for a second with the key in the big key chest, but then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot I had Gold Sword, and I kept trying to take damage so I could do the spike kill on the mummy, and not realizing I had Gold Sword.
Yeah, I had a disaster in that room too. I had beams and didn't lose them before, so I was just flailing around.
And of course, that 9 blue ball Aga fight. We were really into that one.
I lost count. I just was not paying attention at a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, I was having some fun with it, like sprinkling powder on them and stuff, but I didn't realize it was 9.
I mean, I was hoping for the full 15 because you got the first 9 that were possible, but
man, never lucky enough.
We were talking about that after the Aga luck, and people were guessing in chat about where that big key was. We were saying after what Aga did, everyone should have figured it was going to be in Tile Room.
Yeah, I don't know. With how quick the seed was, there was never even a thought of like, oh, I'm just going to do Tile Room first. Like, it wasn't an option in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, I just do the same thing every time. It's just not worth messing things up.
Oh, I kind of meant from a chat perspective. I agree with both of you as a runner. That's just almost never something you're going to do unless you think you're going to lose. You're way behind and you need the time.
Right. Yeah. That's whatever. Like you figure, unless your opponent is feeling really bad, they're not going to rush that either. So like a neutral GT basement.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, I had one pre-beer beforehand, so I think that loosened me up. But
yeah, had a little beer together as the race was going on.
I guess any final thoughts on the seed before we start wrapping up?
No, just thanks for the restream. GG to Trinex. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, same. GG's to Scoople there, and thanks again for the restream. ready to start practicing for the fun spoiler key sanity next week. So,
Are either of you piloting or running next week?
I will be running.
I will be at least running one. We haven't decided the other combo. We're going to do some practice and figure it out, but it's probably not going to be me.
So runners here then, not our pilots.
Yeah.
So
But
No thinking, just going.
yeah, the most important thing though is I have to have my pilot give me all 3 shields, so just so we can kind of flex over flip heal here. So
who's in chat? So that's their response there. But just for any viewers, this is week 3 of the ALTTPR League, which is casual boots all week. Next week we will be running a pilot key sanity. So one of the teammates will have a spoiler log with all of the items and where they are, and the other runner will be on comms with them and will be told where to go. So there's a little bit less RNG, but there's a lot of communication, and someone's definitely got to do a lot of reading and guiding. Just to provide a bit of context to what we're discussing.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite weeks of the league, so I'm really excited for that one.
Ooh, do not watch my team's race. I'm going to be piloting, so it's not going to end well.
Also, a good time while we have a second to thank our tracker. Oro has been pushing the buttons behind the scenes, keeping us straight about what's going on in the seed. So thank you very much to them.
For sure. Honestly, the trackers tend to be the unsung heroes of Restream. They are around. They provide all of those things on the screen. They provide so much information, and they're just not mentioned enough because all we do is talk. They have to watch every single thing that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And keeping me in line is a difficult job, but they do a good job of it.
Yeah. Beyond that, I would say if you liked what you saw, please do remember to follow this channel. Follow the other Speed Gaming channels. There's Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 236. If you speak another language, there are multiple other Speed Gaming language channels as well, so kind of keep an eye out for those. I think this is it for our ALTTPR runs for tonight. There are a few runners that are running, but there's nothing being restreamed until tomorrow. But there are definitely restreams going on all of the time in both our invitational and open leagues. And if you are looking for something else, just in general, there is more link action going on right now. I believe SpeedGaming Main has a Wind Waker randomizer race going on. And SpeedGaming 2 has Mario Golf. A run of some sort going on. I'm actually not even sure what that is, but it's there if you're interested in that. And I want to thank Cool Papa Bell 2282 for being here with me tonight.
Absolutely, I had lots of fun. Let's do it again sometime.
For sure. So on my side, I hope you had a good time with us tonight. I hope you had a good time. Please do support our runners. If you get a chance, go give them a follow. And that's it. And I hope to see you next time from me.
For me as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.